do you want to connect a trailer or hook up a trailer and you don't know how to? I'm going to show you step by step how you can do this. To show you how you can hook it up, so first of all, you're going to need you need to know what type of ball you're going to use, because it depending on the trailer that you're going to use, you have different balls. For instance, this is 1 inch and 7/8, and then you have 2 inches, and then you have another another ball. So that is the main thing, because if you go with your cargo van, your truck or anything like that, and you have the wrong ball, you're not going to be able to pull it, the trailer. So if you rent maybe a big machine, or maybe you have to rent a trailer in Home Depot or some other place, and you have the wrong ball, you're not going to be able to do it. Usually if you go to those places, you know, to rent a machine, a trailer, they are going to give you the ball. But just in case, sometimes you have the 3 balls that you can use. I mean, there is an adapter that you can rotate, and then you can have different balls. So that will be the main thing. So in this case, I'm using 1 inch and 7/8. So I'm going to show you how you can do this. So basically you have 4 points here. So you have the leg that you see here, and then you have the chain, you have this that you're going to need. So those are the main thing, plus the the pin or the locking mechanism that you have here. Also, I have this. That this is very important, because if you, for instance, if you drop this on the floor, you're going to damage the connector. So basically, I installed this. Again, I am in US. If you need tools and electronics or anything like that, just let me know. I can ship it to you, FedEx, anywhere. Otherwise, if you're here, leave it the link, so the way you can buy it yourself. So basically, I bought this. So as you can see, I can drag it. I mean, I can put it just on the floor, and then it will lift it up enough, so that way it will not drag. At least for my case, if I want it to be a little bit shorter, you know, I can adjust it with a pipe clamp. I can make it, you know, shorter, and then it will be farther away from the floor. But at least for me, in this case, works. So the first thing that you have to do, make sure that you have the right height, or it's higher than the ball. And once you have that, you have 2 options. If you have a tiny trailer, you know, you can move it by hand. If you have a huge trailer, you will have to drive, you know, you have to move the minivan or the truck, so that way you can make it, you know, match the ball with this, and you should be good. Later, I'll show you when you have a big trailer. So in this case, it's very easy. I can just lift it up. The trailer is empty, so it should be easy. Otherwise, you may need some help. So once you put this close enough, if you have a battery and a camera, that will make it easier. You're going to be able to hook it up. So in this case, I'll move it like this, as you can see, and then you have this handle. So with this handle, all you have to do is you have to spin it, as you can see here, and make sure that it's in the right place, and that's it. So once you see that it's in the right place, maybe you have to move it a little bit, and it will fit, and that's it. So once you do that, just keep, you know, rolling up the leg a little bit, enough, so that way you can pull this handle that you see here. So basically you pull it towards you, and then move it like this, and then it will lock in place. It will not go anywhere. That is very important. If you leave it, you know, down, you're going to drag it, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to look good. You're going to damage everything. So once you do that, all you have to do, you have to remove the pin. For instance, this is the pin. So if you don't know how it works, so basically you pull it, and then make it, it will stay in place, so it will not go anywhere. And if you have to unlock it, basically pull again, and it will be free. So that way you can put it in this hole that you see here. So once it's like that, you have to pull it down, push it down, and that's it. So again, before you put the ball, make sure that this is up. If the locking mechanism is not up, the ball will not fit inside. So basically, once you do that, you do that. And also make sure that you keep it lubricated, because if you don't do that, it may get stuck. There is a mechanism inside that will lock the ball in place, but if you have no lubrication, it will get stuck, and then you will have to put your finger without smashing your finger in that place. So once everything is in place, all you have to do is grab the chain. So I'm going to run my camera, and I'm going to record it so that way you see how it looks like. So here, first chain here, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the other chain in the back of in the hitch. So basically, when you install this type of hitch in the minivan, or sometimes, I mean, sometimes you can pay someone, to install it for you, like a U-Haul. There is a place where you can pay and they can install it for you. Otherwise, you can install it. So make sure that when you buy the hitch, is this, with make sure that you buy the right ball and you have the right weight. So depending on the type of trailer that you're going to use is the hitch that you're going to install. If you have any question, usually U-Haul, in this case, that is a big company here in US. But if you're in another country, ask someone in your country, some company, and they will do it for you. They will tell you, what you can pull. At least in my case, with this minivan, I can pull up to 4,000 pounds. And usually I don't carry that much in my cargo van, so we're good in that case. So now, after that, we have to hook up the power, so that way you have the turning light. So if there is any, if you have to turn right or left, you can do that. You put it like that, and that's it. So basically, this is how it looks like. I put this system like this, the cable and everything. So this is a professional cable, and this here, as you can see, this is the hookup that I was talking about before. I'm going to put the light so that way you can see here. So this is how the system looks like in the back. So with the connections, cables, and everything. Sometimes you can connect a regular cable. You can use the cable that comes with the trailer. I don't recommend that. I prefer to use this type of connector. As I show you before, this type of connectors, they last way longer. They're more robust, and I mean, you have to pay for this. So I upgraded the one that they came with it, and it's well worth it. Also, if you have this, you're never going to have any issue that is going to get damaged over time or anything like that, with weather or anything like that. This cable is not going to get damaged. The other ones, the cheapest one, is going to get damaged over time, and you're going to have issues. You will have to replace it maybe every 2 or 3 years or anything like that. So if you don't want to go through that, you pay. This is more expensive. You pay once, but you know that you're going to have something that is going to last for a very long time, and you never are going to have any issues. And if you install this device, like I said before, to keep it in place, it never is going to drag on the floor, because sometimes, if you lend your trailer to someone else, sometimes they are going to forget to connect this, and this is going to be dragging on the floor, and it's going to get damaged. So bad things are going to happen. So if you do all this, you're going to be safe. If you don't connect the chain or something like that happen, you're going to have issues. So sometimes, people, they put the chain, they forget this, or something like that, and then you're going to have some issues. In this case, you have one chain, 2 chains, you have these, so you should be safe with this, and you should be good. And another thing, a small advice: make sure to grease the wheels, because if you don't do that, you may have some issue and you may lose the wheel of your trailer. It happened to me. I didn't realize about that, and I had to replace the bearings later if you don't lubricate them. So I'm going to show you a few things so that way you know. All right, as you can see here, this is the bearings that you have to remove the cap that you see over there. Once you do that, you can fill it up with grease. Otherwise, you can take the whole wheel apart and then grease it all, so that way you don't have any issues in the future. I had this issue with this trailer. So I replaced them all, I put a brand new, everything will grease, and that's it. So that is the other side without the cap. So I lost the cap, so I bought one. I'm waiting for it to arrive. So basically, all you have to do is remove the pin. You have to remove the nut that you see, and you will have a full access to the bearing, and then you can grease them all, and that's it. So here, as you can see, I have the big trailer. So basically it's the same thing. We have two axle here, so it's way bigger. You're not going to be able to move it, like I can do that with the little one that you see here. The other one, you have to move the track around in order to be able to do that. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So as you can see here, this is like, I think it's maybe 15 by 10 or something like that feet. And here you can see you have the shack. This is a very heavy duty shack, and you can spin it, towards one way or the other to make it go up and down, and is very, very heavy. So inside, as you can see here, you have the mechanism, because this is a dumping trailer, and then with the battery and the hydraulic system, you can dump everything that you see inside of the trailer. So here you have the pin, the same thing. In this case is more heavy duty than the other one, and you have this type of padlock, so that way nobody will steal it. And inside you have the mechanism that I was talking about that will lock in place with the ball, and that's it. So that is how it works. So as you can see here, it has a protection. So that way people it will not be easier for people, to steal this. This will be another option if you want to add something like that. Will make it a little bit more difficult, but you have a pin. So if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to hook it. So hopefully this video was useful. If you have any question, please let me know in the section below. Also, if you need anything, or if you want to watch more videos about tools, anything like that, go to my playlist and you will see it all. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.